Grant Wahl here in Phoenix, Arizona for SI.com with Andi Herzog, the assistant coach for the U.S. men's national team. One of the big stories this week is the debut of Julian Green, the German-American 18-year-old who has chosen to play for the U.S. ahead of Germany. You live in Vienna. You were a big part of the process of getting him to commit to the U.S. Not many of us have seen Julian Green play. Tell us a little bit about why he has so much potential and how he plays.
Yeah, I have seen him the first time for the second team for Bayern Munich, and after 15 minutes he already made 3 great runs, just great dribblings, and he passed the ball in front of the goal, and for the other striker was an easy goal to score, an empty net goal. And after 15 minutes I could already see how good this young kid is. I mean, right now for me he's a little bit like the younger Ribéry. I mean, that's a lot of pressure for him if you compare him with Ribéry. He's still young, he has to learn a lot, but if Guardiola, he wants him to play in with the first team already some games, even in just 10 or 15 minutes, that says everything. I mean, he's very, very talented, he's fast, he's very mobile, he can play, I think, every position up front, and that makes every team not predictable.
Now, you were part of this pursuit to convince Green to play for the U.S. How many times did you visit with him before he made his decision?
Yeah, I was watching him at least 5 or 6 times, and I met him 3 or 4 times. And we were talking right at the beginning. I started the process a little bit softer than Jürgen said, okay, Andy, now we have to go real aggressive. And then I met him twice in Munich and his agent. And I told him, you know, I was a player too. I know it's not an easy situation for a young kid, and so he has, without any pressure, he has to take his time, but he has to find a solution in the next few weeks. And I was honest to him. I told him everything about the U.S. Federation, about the qualification, the difference between Europe and the long traveling distances from the U.S. team. So we're all happy and excited that he joined us, and I think it will be great for the future.
Now, Julian Green is not the only dual national who is in a position to choose whether to play for the United States or for another country. People are wondering about Gedion Zelalem, the Arsenal youngster who's not a U.S. citizen yet, but maybe could be someday, or a Sean Parker with Mainz. Yeah. What's the status of your pursuit of those guys? Yeah,
there are a lot of young, very talented players in Europe with dual citizenship, and we won the first battle with the German Federation. With Gedion Zelalem and Sean Parker would be the second one, but it's a little bit more difficult. I don't know exactly the rules with passport situation and that, but it's all about Jürgen and Sunil Kolati. If they say Andy and Matthias Hamann, my second scout for Europe, we have to do the same job. We will try everything, but I think especially with Gedion Zelalem it will be a little bit more difficult.
You already know your opponents for the group stage of the World Cup: Ghana, Portugal, and Germany. What are you doing right now to scout the players on those teams?
Yeah, we're not only scouting our players, we're already scouting our opponents. I mean, with Germany it's a little bit easier because we know all of them. With Portugal, especially Ronaldo, everyone knows him, but he's such a great player. But we always look ahead. Maybe if there is like in 2 weeks, Besiktas with Jermaine Jones plays against Fenerbahce, so they have 3 players from Portugal. We can watch our players and 3 opponents. So it's always a great game to see everything, or every player. But a little bit tricky and difficult is with Ghana, because they're all over the place. So much more work to have a real good plan to get everything done for especially for our first game against Ghana. That's a huge, and we have to be 100% prepared to win against Ghana. That makes it much more easier for us for the next 2 games.